Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel here on Global Conquerors, our weekly podcast, Conquest, episode 25, with your host, SMGFrenzy, joined with, as usual.
Assassin,
Yep.
as always.
This is the week of April 28th, recording on Sunday as usual, so all this news that we have is what we've gotten over the past 7 days. So we're just going to jump right into our esports and gaming section with Tyler1. I think this is our second time talking about him this year. He's been grinding the chess world, as we've known, and now he is in the top 1% of all chess players in the world. He People said that he couldn't do it. He's done it, and he's doing it in such a fast. It's only been like 8 months since he started his journey, and now he's in the top 1% globally. I don't know what to say about it.
Uh, if you have, I guess, a good strategy mindset, and since he comes from a video game background, obviously video games, depending on what games you play, everything has a strategy, and obviously chess, the most strategy,
One of the most
prestige,
strategic.
first. Oh my God, thank you.
Yep.
Uh, Game known to man. Every move you make has a purpose. So even with gaming, you make a move, commit to it. There's a reason. Everything's with strategy. So especially he played League of Legends, one of the most, I guess, strategy type games out there.
It's just gaming chest.
So yeah, I mean, if you have that type of like background in a way, I mean, chess. I mean, chess. I'm not saying it's easy for everybody, but if you have like a good strategy mindset, I mean, should be a game that you could play without issue. Um, but yeah, it's pretty crazy to think a gamer, especially how big of a caliber of a streamer he is,
Mm-hmm.
able to achieve something outside of gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just another win for the gaming world, um, esports world to be exact. So congrats to him. I know he's been grinding. Excuse me. He's been grinding really, really hard these last couple months.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about him a couple months ago, and we kind of expected him to get I guess raise up the percentage higher because of how fast he got it. So I'm not surprised that he's in that 1% now.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows if he's planning to pursue a career in it anytime soon or anything on it. But it is impressive, and especially how fast and he achieved that in a little bit of period of time. So
No, yeah.
pretty amazing. So congrats to him.
No, exactly. I feel like last time, like you said, gamers especially have been shown. We talked about like with Crimsix going into racing, like gamers have been proven time and time again that they're very versatile. They don't just play video games. We can transfer these skills to actual tangible objects, and Tyler One has really gone above and beyond, climbing from what people said would be impossible for him in the time period to 8 months in, already in the top 1% globally. So, like you said, congrats to Tyler One. Hopefully, he can continue to climb and be top 100, top 50 of the chess players in the world, and that would be a big achievement not just for him, but just the overall gaming community.
To see how far he's got, I think he will. I mean, he gets better and better over every game he plays. You get better, you learn something new.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so don't be surprised if we talk about him in a couple months from now that he's in the top 100, and maybe he'll be even in the top 10 if he really is committed to this. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll just keep you updated on when more news comes out. But it's really impressive though. So
Yeah,
congrats.
exactly.
Uh,
Absolutely. On to speaking of League of Legends adjacent things. League of Legends, the LPL, the Chinese league, has announced a massive change to the summer format. We hinted at it last week, saying that they were going to introduce the what was it called? Uh, what did I call it? I don't recall. Fearless draft, where each game that you played, you would have to choose a completely different champion. So in the same series, you couldn't choose your main 3 times in a row. You'd have to play. You'd have to have a wide roster of your actual champion pool, right? So Fearless Draft is one thing that they're introducing for summer, but also they're changing summer into 4 different stages with a group draw that will have 2 group stages and then a last chance stage for people like the teams that were like placed in the bottom half to qualify for the playoffs. So,
So we did talk about this a little bit off stream when you texted it to me.
mhm.
Like I said, league is trying to find more ways to improve their, I guess, their format.
Yeah.
This just means more, I guess, more eyes and curious on. I mean, obviously, this will affect teams' play style.
Hmm.
Obviously, they have to play. This kind of benefits only one player, pretty much. Pretty much mastered every character in the game. Doesn't
Well, this
matter.
is in the
We all know.
LPL though, so Korea's not seeing this.
But if it does go to Korea, we know it won't. But um, but don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if it starts going into other leagues
Yeah.
for the test it out. It'll probably make Korean League more interesting to watch because of how hectic it's gonna be, and it's really gonna show what teams are really good at playing the game more than worrying about a champion. Is that what
Hmm.
they call them? Champions, right?
Champions, yeah.
So I guess it just adds more flavor and more, I guess, diversity to the game instead of just playing with the main characters that you play.
Hmm.
Obviously, you know they're OP, but because they're giving you only one chance to use them. It makes and now it becomes another strategy. Okay, do I use them early to get an up in, I guess, in the series, or do I use them when we need it the most, or do we need it to close it out?
Yeah.
So it just becomes another strategy slash like mindset to right. So I have my best champion. Is it the best to use it
Hmm.
when I need it the most, or when we're about to close it out, or when we need the extra momentum, or do we need it to just start off with the right foot?
Well, I feel like with that, it's also already difficult to get your best champion in League because League has picks and bans already. And if you already ban out, like lots of times, especially in the LCK, we see teams try to ban out Faker's mains. The issue is that he has more than two mains. But as you see, especially in other regions like the LCS, when a pro has like only one or two mains that they play, you'll see a team, especially if the pro is very versatile and dangerous, they'll go and force ban both mains. They'll force him to play either someone he's never played before or someone he's not good at. Fearless Draft, now you are locked out of a champion that you've played, and there's still picks and bans on top of that. So there's a chance you might not get your main at all throughout the
Exactly.
entire
So,
thing.
like I said, but it makes the game now strategic and more versatile, and you find out who really is that good at League,
Mm-hmm.
or who's really good at League of Legends, across everybody. So, um, some teams are gonna get exposed by it if it does go, like, I guess becomes a thing for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm guessing they're doing this just to see how it works out, and then they're gonna test. I guess go on and go to other regions. I would assume.
I would guess it's weird that they're
Just
introducing this in the summer split
and
in the
then
middle of a season, but hey,
it's better than not doing it. So
yeah.
I think they do all these things to prepare, like, just to have a different, like, make, I guess, the world more better instead of having it just come out of the blue. Maybe just test it out now. Maybe it'll increase their viewership, or maybe or give like other teams a chance to win.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? I mean, it's really weird that it's in the middle, but I mean, if they could test it out now with the amount of time they have, I mean, how many tournaments are left before Worlds? Two or
Tournaments.
one?
You have MSI, you have the summer split, you have Worlds.
So there's two tournaments, right?
Yeah.
So technically one. They're gonna test it out with one, right?
Yeah.
One right now,
Just in
and
one
then
region though.
yeah, but obviously just to test it out though.
Yeah.
So to see how good, I mean, I don't, it's hard to explain, but it's pretty weird that they're introducing this in the middle of the season,
Hmm.
but it does add versatility to the league, and just catches your eye because it just makes you like wonder like how is this gonna work? How will this be transitioned into other leagues, and how abusive could this thing become, or how, I mean, strategic teams could be with it, and how abusive they can be with it.
Mhm.
Jeez, I just said the same thing twice. I think.
You're
Or
good.
something similar to
It's
that.
gonna
But
be interesting because teams already had to adapt to play with drafts and counter picks and picks and whatnot, and they still now have to do that while knowing that the picks that their pros are comfortable with may have to shift every single game. So, like you said, it changes the flow of games from game to game. It'll make it interesting. But the LPL did say that this will only be in the first group stage. So after the first group stage, the second group stage, and the playoff stage will not have fearless draft. It will just have the normal drafting segment of league. So, like you said, it's mostly just a trial to see how popular it is, if people actually like it or not.
this,
And
like I said, it could either help a team out more than
yeah.
anything. It just gives. It's just gonna make players need to play more with other characters
Hmm.
to improve. Because knowing that there's a chance you won't even get to play with your main once.
Hmm.
Right now, you have a chance to play with your main at least a couple times, right?
Yeah.
But like if this format is introduced, right, which is gonna be introduced, obviously, there's a chance you won't even get to touch your main once, maybe never ever again,
Yeah.
depending on how really good you are with it.
No, yeah,
Unless it
exactly.
really wants to like fight you, they'll ban everything else, and but it's just gonna be really hard. Teams are gonna try to ban the best player's best character to have that upper advantage. It is mental. It's a mental mind game as well.
Hmm.
Like, oh wow, this team is scared of me, but this doesn't mean they try to say that I can't play with any other character. Can I be better with anyone but my main, right?
Yeah.
So it's just another game inside another in the game, I guess you could say. It's a mindset game. Um, it's gonna really determine who really how good these players will be and to adapt to this, I guess, new format.
Hmm.
But one besides, I mean, what league was it you said? Oh,
LPL.
okay. So, we'll see when that kicks off. It should be what soon,
Summer, so
maybe
like
a month or two.
usually August is when they start up, or late
So
July.
I'm with
So
April, so
yeah,
3 months. So
we'll see.
we'll
We'll see.
see. We'll see.
Yeah, but
It,
also
I think it's gonna be interesting for the viewers either
no, yeah,
more
I
than
think it's also going to draw on viewers from other regions who just want to see how this will actually play out in a pro scene, especially since it's in the LPL, which is the second most competitive league in League of Legends. So to see how
the.
these guys who have had teams that have won worlds multiple times, to see how they adapt to this will be interesting for other regions to watch and maybe learn from if it gets introduced to the wider league esports realm.
I think it should have been done in NA because those guys suck. Um, just just to give them a chance to play with other characters, maybe even compete with other teams, but I doubt it. But it's good they're giving it to a worthy league to actually do it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, we'll see once it finally kicks off and more comes out about it. But yeah.
No, yeah, exactly. But also, actually, to continue on with the LPL, Invictus Gaming Pro Leon was fined 4,800 euros by Riot, and his team IG was fined 2,200 euros by Riot for inappropriate behavior and conduct on a stream. Leon was shown on stream doing things with some of his stuffed toys in the background while people were present. And Riot was like, yeah, no, and hit him with a huge ban. Not ban, but like, he was suspended for 2 games. And like I said, huge fine, which 4,800 euros is like $5,000. That's a lot of money.
But still, though, I mean, fines a fine, dude.
No, I know. And like, sure,
Um,
Invictus can pay it off and whatever, but like, hey, man, just if
well,
League takes their representation seriously, especially streamers who like are also pros. So you got to be on your
well,
best conduct.
you gotta remember, you're not just representing you're representing the league. You're a player for the league. But you also gotta respect and represent your organization.
Mhm.
That's what they expect out of you. Respect. Be a reason why they come to watch that team or become fans of that team.
Mhm.
You gotta remember, the main goal is that you're a player for the league but you play for a team that represent the league. So
Mm-hmm.
obviously, the league is gonna try to do their best to be professional as obviously. They want to make sure they have a good representation for other leagues around. So they know that we take our side of esports very serious and
Yep.
respectful. No.
Which is why
Oh,
Riot is like super happy that Faker's the one that represents them because he is the most unproblematic man in all of esports.
well, he's the most plain dude I've ever seen, but he's a beast of the game.
Yeah, he keeps it calm and simple. He plays the game better than anyone else in the world for over a decade, and he's just a respectable, nice guy. So,
Pretty awkward sometimes too, but
hey man, it helps represent League though in a positive light, and also gamers in the esports world in general. It's like they can be normal people. They can be very chill, not weird people.
well, unless you're Faker,
Yeah,
he's normal, but he's just I don't even know what to say.
he's
He
Faker.
like most calm, chill dude. Looks like he has social anxiety. He doesn't like talking to people, but he's pretty funny. When he tries not to be. So
Hmm.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, obviously the league did it because they are trying to have a respectful and presentable league. So that they have other leagues, I guess, say, yeah, league is very professional. We should follow in their footsteps.
Hmm.
They obviously they have a high standard for the players and for the organizations.
Hmm.
So I guess we have to be the same as well. Just be respectful to them and also the organization and to themselves. You don't know what I mean this could lead to and what it could leave a bad I guess representation to yourself later down the future.
Hmm.
But yeah, it was funny. I saw the clips. It was hilarious.
Yeah. Hey man, it's stuff that happens on stream sometimes, at least in his circle. So that just be careful what you do on the stream, especially if you stream League of Legends and you play in one of their leagues. But our final league topic also, Riot Games teased that there may be a new international event taking place before MSI. Apparently, the rumor is that all regions will be adopting the LEC, which is the European League's format of having a winter split in the beginning of the year before spring, and that would have a new international event between winter and spring. So now there'd be winter, spring, summer, and each split would have its own international event. And this would be interesting because League did used to have a third international event back in 2016 when League Riot was a partner with IEM. If you know IEM, they did like CSGO's a Katowice event and whatnot, and they would actually host a League championship at the same time. And guess who's the only team to ever win that event? It's T1. They
Well,
literally
not that T1. It was what is it? What was
It's
it? It was
still
called?
Faker's T1, but it was like the OG Dynasty T1 when they won Worlds back to back.
Hmm.
Yeah. They won IEM Katowice also back to back in that same span. They were truly the unstoppable team in the world at that time. So introducing a new third event will be cool. I know some people were kind of mad at Europe's like 3 split because it made the winter split was really short and the spring split was like a little stunted, but if they change, I guess, the starting time, it might be different. It'll be interesting though, because then the pro players will have, I guess, less time to chill. Because now they'll have to travel internationally, especially for the top teams that are expected to go 3 times a year to some other country. But I don't know. Right now, it's still a rumor, but like a very strong rumor. So we will see.
Only time will tell. But it seemed like a good idea. I mean, it's just pretty weird that only one league is doing it still.
Hmm.
Surprise. Even though Europe isn't up to par with these other leagues but they do compete at Worlds with them. So I guess
Europe is the third
an
best
extra tournament
region,
to
man.
play.
So, and
An
don't
extra
forget, Europe
tournament to play.
outside of Korea and China, the only other region to win worlds is Europe. They won the first ever worlds when the only 2 regions were Europe and North America. So, yeah, man.
Only time will tell, man.
No, yeah, exactly. Now,
But
for Currently, very hot news and still developing news. Escape from Tarkov, the very famous game, has gone under some massive controversy recently. As when the game first released, there was a $150 version of the game that came out in 2016 that promised that players who purchased that edition would have access to all DLC in the future, right? And then Tarkov
Like,
just a few weeks ago said they're releasing some new DLC, but they didn't call it DLC, and said that everybody will have to pay $100 to play that DLC. And everyone's calling them out because like these add-ons are clearly DLC. But Tarkov has been going on their social media over and over and over again saying this is not DLC. This wasn't in what we promised before. But everyone knows that these type of expansions, anything that you add on to a game is DLC. Literally. That's
anything.
downloadable content. It's
New
all
game, new map, new mode, new weapons, anything. Maybe new nade.
new
I
game
mean,
mode,
everything
yeah, like you said, yeah.
is DLC. Anything. It doesn't matter what like if it's, they just call it an update, it's DLC because they're adding on to the game.
Yeah.
Only time it's not a DLC is when they just update the game and they remove stuff or they fix stuff. That's not DLC. That's just an update.
Yeah.
But when they add a new weapon, not an up. Well, it's an update, but it's
DLC,
DLC.
because it's downloadable content. That's what you're putting. That's it.
So
Tarkov has been getting flack from everybody. Some big like names in the scene, like the Actiman, has been calling out. Helldivers 2 was even calling them out on their social media. It's it's kind of wild because Tarkov has been, as you've seen, like during COVID especially, Tarkov's popularity exploded among Twitch streamers and the gaming community. Just for 2024 to roll around and for them to destroy all that trust. The question is, do we think that they'll, they'll apologize and run it back, and like give it out for free as they promised, or do you think that they'll triple down and be like, this is not DLC?
I think they lowered the price on it.
That's not
Just to,
good.
I know it's not good, but if it's cheaper than $100, then I mean, let's just say they sell it for $5, right? Let's just say. I mean, would you rather pay $5 or $10 for or $100 for DLC?
I'd rather tell them screw off because you said you'd promise this for free because I already paid 160 beforehand.
Okay, if Halo says, "Yo, $100 for this exclusive DLC," or $10 for the DLC.
Neither. I played Halo 4. Halo 4 had purchasable DLC. Never bought it. Literally
Jesus,
never
you're
bought
not
it.
helping me. But I get your point. Obviously, they
I don't,
told that they were gonna give them free stuff.
obviously, people would rather buy the cheaper option, but I feel like in this situation, people would rather buy nothing because it was promised if you paid extra for the game back then, this stuff would be free to you now. Now they said, haha, now you gotta pay over half the price of what you paid for the game back then for extra content. What DLC has ever been $100 in any game?
Apex,
Huh?
Apex, that $150 box, or was it the
That's
$500
no,
box?
that was like a skin
No,
or loot
no.
box.
Yeah, wasn't it? Wait, no, it was more than that. It was like a couple grand. No.
It was expensive, but like it wasn't DLC. It was like
Yeah, it
it
was
was a
because
cosmetic.
yeah, but what they added to the game is
I no,
cosmetics.
then
Remember,
Fortnite DLC would be in the thousands of dollars.
that's
I
Fortnite
mean,
though.
like
They have to.
general gaming DLC, not cosmetic including, because that doesn't affect the gameplay. Anything that
Yeah, it
affects
does.
the game,
Yeah, it does. It does. It's
you
pay
know,
to win.
you know what I mean.
We
Like,
know it's pay to win.
yeah,
Okay, no, I'm just joking. But yeah,
no, yeah,
the the point is, people are mad because they have to pay extra for something that they were promised years ago.
yeah.
And the reason why Tarkov is still alive is because of COVID, and a lot of people were playing it.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why the game they should give back to the players for keeping their game still living is to just provide them what promised them in the beginning.
Yeah.
Um, do they change it? I don't know. Maybe not. I feel like they're just gonna lower the price on it, dude,
Mm-hmm.
just to feel like, hey, look, we're not bad people. We'll lower the price for it just so you can afford it,
Yeah, that's
bro.
true.
I don't. But people are gonna be outrageous. They're like, your solution to our problem, even though you promised, was to lower the price on it. And it's gonna piss them off, but
Yep. I feel
so we'll
like
see.
Tarkov is fighting a losing battle, in my opinion, and I feel like they need to budge or their community ditches them. That's what I think is gonna happen.
You got a point.
Yeah,
And we'll see.
yeah,
But not looking good for them. But
exactly. I think that closes it out for our esports and gaming news. To move on to
no,
our
what the?
huh?
No, it's not. They still got Hate
Oh
H5,
wait, no, oh yeah, wait, whoops, hold on. Halo 5,
the
not Halo 5, Halo
face
Infinite. I
of
don't know how I skipped that. Halo Infinite had two big updates the past. Well, one big update last week, and then one big update coming out this week. First, last week's update was to ranked, because the second part, the new update comes out this week. So somewhat.
mm,
Yeah, but Ranked had an update this past Tuesday where they added back the rig from Halo 5, now known as Interference, as you expect with these Halo Infinite map updates. Very bland color palette of the map, unfortunately, but it plays amazingly, is what I will say.
this might sound crazy, but I think this one plays better than the one at H5.
Which is kind of wild. Because the H5 one already played great.
I think this one plays better without the like
No thrusters?
the thruster and this and that because it's just not hectic.
Mm-hmm.
That map is out of the maps from H5. It had to be one of the smaller ones, right? And because
Yeah,
of how fast you can move, it made the map feel really
it's small.
small.
Yeah.
And then in this game, I don't know why they like doing this in Halo, but then when they remake a map, they make it triple the size of what it originally was. Bro,
Yeah.
this map feels huge.
It is big, yeah.
It's not like bigger like than the other maps, but when they remade Truth, was it Truth? The one that's purple, but
No, it's not purple.
no, it's not purple. It looks like a scrapyard.
That's not truth.
Really big. Like it has a
Plaza?
bunch of containers. No, no, no.
Truth? Are you
On the
talking about
sides,
Aquarius?
no, it's not Aquarius. You know the map where we would go down for camo, play our live, and then go back up, and then the server's on top of the
That's
middle.
truth.
That's what I was
No,
saying. I was
truth
like,
is
truth.
truth in H5, and the only equivalent in Infinite is Aquarius.
Okay, but the one they remade to bring that one back,
Yeah, they dropped
it
that one because that was a Forge map and pros didn't like it because
it
Aquarius
was
was also truth.
stupid huge.
Yeah, it was massive.
I didn't like it.
I
It
don't
was,
know what to tell you.
but like I said, they have an issue with remaking these maps and then making them triple the size.
It's because Spartan still kind of move fast, like the rig, not the rig, but what's it called? The Imperium, the map from Halo 3.
Mm.
That one's also larger than the Halo 3 version because in Infinite you run like an H5. So you cross the map at a faster pace than you would in these previous Halo games, you know?
Okay, but since H5 was the fastest mechanical movement game,
Yeah.
how come now that this map is, I guess, why is it bigger if it's
Because
slow? You
don't
can't
forget,
fly.
when H5 came out, they had no idea that people would be playing the way that they did. Because, like, H5 followed the same design strategy as Halo 4, where Halo 4 followed the same design strategy as
Did
Halo
they
3,
look?
remember? Because, like, Halo 4 had running and stuff, but people weren't, like, abusing the running and all that. Halo 5 in the first
Look,
2 years was the same thing until freaking Shotzi and his team showed
bro,
everybody that you
you
could
have to
slide.
understand that if the game has that mechanic, there's a way to abuse it and be really good with the
But
game, right?
nobody did that for the first 2 years.
Exactly, but you have to adapt. If the game was look H5, the reason why they play like that is because it was made to be played like that. But the way the pros played it, they played it like, well, it's just another thing for me to get them to like higher, like to places that I couldn't get
Mm-hmm.
on the map quicker or easier.
Yeah, but
Hell no, no one expected some dude to break the game where he literally bungee jumps across the map with two slides.
yeah. And now
Was
everybody does it. That's how the game is
yeah, you
played
have
now.
to yeah. This isn't Halo, bro. You gotta understand that the game evolved because the way people play the game, like H5 was played. They intentionally made the game to be played like that. But because people didn't want to change the way Halo was played for so long, they didn't. but because someone's like, look, this game, there was a whole nother learning gap that people had to learn that in
Yes.
that game.
Yeah. Mid game.
So if they play it like that, it's because the game was initially made to be played like that. Every game is made to be played like a certain way, unless they can't fit. They like messed up really bad,
Mm-hmm.
like COD snaking. I don't think they were intentionally. I don't know. I don't want to talk. That topic pisses me off.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Halo
But
Infinite, like its design strategy was that it was going to be the middle ground between Halo 3 and Halo 5, where you still have the movement of Halo 5 nerfed to satisfy the fans of older classic Halos. So you don't
people,
have to run and slide. You can still just walk and you'll be able to somewhat keep pace with your team and do basic
bro.
movements.
But people talk about how much faster you move in this game than in H5, and I don't see it.
It's pros have been able to find angles that they can just see out of the corner of their eyes where you can also, without the thrust, super slide across the map and do insane stuff. We've seen it in the ACS circuit. It's hard to do because you gotta like practice hours on these maps by yourself in custom games. And if you don't hit the angle, then you're stuck dead in tracks and you're like, why did my slide stop so early? And then you die. Which is why most people don't try to do it, because it's truly an actual skill gap. You know?
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
I,
the
I
map
get what
is
you mean.
hella fun.
It's
Let's get
fun.
back to yeah, the map is really good. Undefeated as we speak, as of well, not sure how it's gonna go when we play it next time when this video goes out, but haven't lost. We've had one lag out, so it doesn't count as a loss in my opinion.
Yeah.
But because of how much hours played on that map,
Mm-hmm.
the way to take the angles for power ups and stuff like that, kind of like it's just natural. It comes. It's just what's it called? Muscle memory coming back.
Yeah.
So yeah, map feels actually really good. It's the probably the first time we've played Halo a long period of time
Mm-hmm.
in recent times. They're for actually getting their stuff together, so it's good though. But yeah, the map's really good. And hopefully they bring back more maps from H5 because it seems like H5 had a really good map sets.
Yeah, people are realizing that.
And yeah, Mock are still waiting on the one big one to come back, Coliseum.
They brought back the Plaza. I like I said, that was a pretty obvious bring back because everyone liked that map. The rig, I don't think anyone saw coming, but I think we're both glad that it's here, and most of the community is as well. It's just Coliseum is the perfect
Look,
Halo map.
wait, can we talk about this real quick?
Sure.
Always when they introduce a new map, the other fucking maps that were there don't come out. We haven't got Aquarius, Streets. What other maps have we got in?
The only maps we played were Recharge, Live Fire, Interference, and
That's it.
Solitude.
Yeah.
The maps we haven't gotten are, like you said, Aquarius, Streets, Argyle. There's one more. The Forbidden, the big Halo 3 looking map that's outdoors. So we only played half the maps over 40 games over the past 3 days. That's it.
We've gotten one CTF, and
That was
yeah,
yesterday.
and that was on
I was on Imperium. So we have 5 maps.
Imperium.
That was the first time we've seen Imperium in
It was
like
only
3 weeks.
once. Yeah, and that was the first time we've seen CTF in months.
Yeah.
Like the game mode don't exist.
Yeah.
We hadn't gotten a Slayer in such a long time either.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, right?
We played
I,
one Slayer yesterday. That was it.
did
We
we?
played three
Yeah, it was. I
oddballs,
remember. Yeah.
like
King of the
6
Hill.
King of the Hills, and like 5 strongholds.
I
And
do
now it's
remember this. I do remember the Slayer now.
yeah.
It was 50-48, and I got one kill, and then I got an assist on that. Okay, yeah, I do remember now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they got to do better on that. I mean, I get the rig is a new map, and they want to get it out there,
Yeah.
but at least up the chances on it.
Yeah.
But don't lower the chances on the other map.
Mm-hmm.
I like to play Streets again. I would like to play Aquarius more than anybody.
Uh-huh.
It's probably the one that has the most color as of right now, besides What was it? What was the map you called?
Forbidden
No. The one the Halo 3 remake one that we
Imperium.
just
Yeah,
yeah.
that's fair.
So yeah, I don't know why they do that. It is what it is.
Yeah, we need more life. We got too many UNSC themed maps. We don't have any Covenant themed maps. We need more color. And the Halo 5 maps had a lot of color, but both the versions we've got are just gray, which kind of sucks. But I don't know. If they bring back Coliseum was an outdoor map that was gray, to be fair. So it would be funny if they changed.
It was a decent color.
It was like
What's
it
the
was
next? They make it
metallic
pitch dark?
because it was outdoor blue sky with like rock work
How?
around it and
Okay,
shiny
let's
metallic
just
gray.
if they bring the map back and it's a night theme map, would you hate it? Yeah, you
Yeah,
would.
because it was known for being outdoors blue sky. That's what gave it its charm.
Alright. We'll
They
see.
just
I
need
mean,
to
I
stop
don't.
messing with the maps, man.
I see that you didn't add one topic from.
No, I still got to talk about the other Halo news. It was the new Halo Infinite update, like I said. So Halo Infinite, during their community live stream, announced that the game will be adding the exchange. If you play MCC, you're
Oh
familiar
yeah.
with the exchange. You can earn Spartan points by playing games, completing challenges, and then you can use these points to exchange
Like,
for past items that were in battle passes that you did not get. Essentially, so if you weren't in Halo Infinite during the first year when the very first it was a Japanese themed pass that had like the ninja skin, the
Samurai.
Yuri skin. Yeah. Now you can use these points to purchase that, which is kind of cool. But also it shows that they're downsizing a bit more. Like, oh, we're not gonna make that much new stuff anymore. So I don't know. Next, they
Take
said
one
that
for
there's
the
gonna
other.
be a new 20 tier battle pass for another free one, of course. This one's gonna be Banished themed. You know, the brutes in the game. They're gonna do some sandbox tuning, and the sandbox tuning is actually kind of big. We got a plasma pistol, as you know in previous Halo games, stuns vehicles. After 2 years, plasma pistol in Halo Infinite now stuns vehicles.
Oh
So
my god! It took them 2 years.
yeah,
The thing that was. Okay, go ahead. Name something else.
that's one. Number two, sidekick has been nerfed.
For what? For what?
They
It's not
said
even on any of the maps anymore. What's the point?
people thought that the sidekick was broken. I hate it. Now it's nerfed. I'm never picking it up
What?
again.
What? It was not for what? It was OP. It was an OP. It's not even in the rank modes. It's just one map, and it doesn't even fry,
Well, now it's just it's useless now.
bro. What? I don't understand earlier if it got nerfed, and it did get nerfed.
Yeah.
Why nerf it? Oh, God, bro.
Hey, man,
Okay, go.
people who are good at it are really good at it, so they're like balance it even more. I
Oh,
guess.
just get better. Just get better with the weapon. The gun was actually good. I think it was
Or
better than
you can
the
just give me
battle.
the Magnum.
They're not giving us
I know.
back. Stop.
I know.
They may be, but it's not going to be as good as the H5. Bro.
It's
That's why we have the Bandit.
that is true. That is true. But next, the sniper rifle has been slightly buffed. Now when you pick it up, you can fire faster than previously.
Thank you. Motherfucker. Every time I picked it up, it wouldn't instantly shoot. It would like take a second, and then I would have to press it. By the time I press it, I'm dead.
You're dead, yeah. That's how it is.
It like hesitates. I guess. Thank you.
There's your
You brought
trade-off.
yourself back. You redeemed yourself for nerfing the pistol, but now you got me back for buffing the sniper.
Yep. Next is the Cinder Shot. The Cinder Shot has been nerfed. They removed the impulse effect that it has, and also
Never picked it up.
rounds. That's fair.
Trash.
It's barely in ranked. So next,
Trash.
Gravity Hammer. Gravity Hammer has been nerfed again. This is its second nerf in about a month. People think it's just too powerful. I think when you swing a giant hammer at somebody, they should die, but apparently people think not.
Bro, it takes such a long time to swing it in this game.
Yeah, but people think it was too
Bro,
strong.
in the H5, I remember you wouldn't even have to fully like hit them.
Yeah.
If you're like it was like halfway, it would already instantly kill them.
The H5 one was broken.
No, but it wasn't like making people go, "Hey, go nerf it." It did.
No
That one you could
way.
slam it. Like in this game is just you hit it really slow.
Yeah,
And then in 8-5 you could go. There was a whole game mode for it. Remember
it
the
was
fat kid
great.
game?
Yeah.
Yes, dude. I don't know.
Hey,
All right,
people. Yeah.
what else you got?
Next, the spike grenades have been nerfed. Spike grenades no longer explode in the midair, and also it has its detonation timer starts when it touches the ground now instead of when you throw it.
Okay, I like that. I actually like that change.
Yep.
Because when you throw that shit like so high in the air and it would explode, I'm like, oh,
Hey man, that was just how it was
perfect.
built.
Good. I like it. It's coming out Tuesday,
Um,
right?
yeah, this
Or
Tuesday.
what app came out Tuesday?
Also, this next Tuesday, ranks reset, new rank season. So, climb, climb, climb.
We're
Actually, I might
definitely
stay
gonna be
on longer
climbing.
today then because I want to get to plat 6 at least. Maybe diamond, depending who you're playing. But yeah, ranks reset this week. What else? What else? What else? Respawn cameras have been fixed.
Don't care. Didn't really matter.
Let's see.
I'm on the respawn time most of the time, so
Weapon
I know what it
dropping
looks like.
is let's see. Weapon
There's
dropping
a,
is faster than swapping to secondary weapons again. So we've gone full circle, I guess.
so we went from the beginning of the game to now the beginning of, but
I don't know what to tell you.
as long as the spam melee thing doesn't come back, I'm okay.
that was broken. 2 hits, literally in the span of a second, dead. Stronger than any weapon in the game. But hey,
I don't know why that weird. And that's from the dropping weapons thing, wasn't it?
yeah, the drop weapon
They
meta.
had to fix that to be able to fix that one, right?
Yeah, just to bring it
That's why
back.
they
So I don't know what's going on. For BTB players, you guys got 5 new maps.
no one cares about those guys.
Hey, they got their community, man. They're
Okay,
chilling.
sorry. They care about y'all more than anyone else because they try to fix your game like 20 times at the beginning.
That's
Just for it
true.
still not to work, and no,
And
for the 20
also
people that are still playing it.
for arena players, they're also getting a new map. A new casual map on Tuesday. So
Is it new or is it like a remake
it's
of
new,
it?
like
Like,
brand new.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
thank God. Because every time they say, hey, we're introducing a new map, it's a remake of an old map, but brand new.
No, this time it's like brand new. And then also for Forge, people who develop on Forge, you guys got new items to customize with Forge like flood themed items. So
Congrats to the 10 people that use.
hey, they're the ones who bring
No,
us the maps like
yeah.
Rig, so I cannot
Okay, do
complain.
not make any map similar to Truth ever again.
I
Please
guess.
don't. Or at least make a better version of it.
No, yeah.
I don't know.
At least we're getting Halo Infinite updates, you know, because the roadmap that they introduced for this year, all the updates on the roadmap finished last month. So we're like, what do they have for the rest of the year? We don't know until last week. They're like, okay, we'll tell you what's up for the next month. And we'll figure out new news 1 month later, 1 month later. So there's no like year-long roadmap anymore.
The monthly update.
Monthly update, which I don't mind. At least it's more consistent than the 6 month update that we used to have.
I remember when battle passes were 6 months. Now they're a couple. What, a month?
It's just
Not
yeah, it's a
even.
month long. Like this one that we're playing finishes this Tuesday. So
But it's still gonna be available for the people that don't finish it.
exactly. But since it's free, now you'll have to purchase it if you want it. So
$3.99, right?
exactly. So just play Halo Infinite, and you won't have to worry about it, you know.
Okay.
But I think that's all for esports news, if I'm correct.
No.
No, what's up?
Fuck no.
What do we have?
Phase.
Hmm.
Phase.
Oh, FaZe Clan had a massive FaZe Banks, as we know, got control of the FaZe account about a month ago. FaZe went dark on social media besides Atlanta FaZe, and then just yesterday, I think, yeah, FaZe released a video listing all the players and streamers that they're keeping and all the players and streamers that they're dropping. They cut more than half of their staff, though they also said that they're still gonna commit to like Apex, COD, to Halo, like their main titles they're still staying in. But most of their streamers are gone. Many of their long-standing names are gone. FaZe has realized after a year of economic loss and crashing on the stock market that they need to refocus and be a smaller org again, which is interesting. but I also can't blame them. So big news out of FaZe Clan.
Jesus Christ, bro! When I saw the white, they just signed a new player today too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who it is. Never heard of him, but he just signed with FaZe.
Yeah.
According to FaZe Bank, it's 1 of 4. So
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll see. FaZe
it,
has some interesting news coming forward, and we'll still have to see how they develop for the rest of the year. Because I assume their budgets are a lot smaller after last year's catastrophe with esports winter. But that is all the esports gaming news. We're going to transition to our very last topic in general news, which is everyone's been following it. TikTok. As we know, the House passed the TikTok bill, the Senate passed the TikTok bill, and the President signed the TikTok bill because it was bipartisan. Every party agreed with it for the most part. So this bill stipulates that TikTok has 9 months to either divest itself to a U.S. company or they will be banned in the United States. This is not the first time that TikTok has been banned from a country. It is banned in India, in some other Asian nations, it's banned in some European nations, and I believe it's banned in some African nations. But with the United States, this would be the second largest country, well, third, because TikTok is banned in China, ironically, because China has its own version of TikTok from the same company. But this would be the third big nation that TikTok would be banned from. And obviously, TikTokers are in shambles. I don't care because I don't use the app. But obviously, there's like discussion of why is America banning this app? Because China's bad guy. But as we go on, TikTok CEO and corporate has been like, we would rather shutter our operations in America than sell our programming and code and the other stuff to a US based company. But so TikTok is presumably going to choose the option of leave America. But they do have 9 months to make this decision. So we assume that there will be some backdoor behind the scenes talks from different, because there's already been some buyers who've been interested, like Microsoft and Google and whatnot, about incorporating TikTok into their platform. But it all depends on what TikTok's board and CEO actually believes is the right direction. And right now he's saying they would rather leave the US than give up their stuff to an American company. While meanwhile, American social media platforms are very happy about this because Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook all have the same damn features that TikTok has. If they get rid of TikTok,
well, yeah,
they will
because it's being dominated by TikTok, dude. They
Yeah.
can't keep up. You know why? Because they cluster the shit out of their app with the reels.
Yeah.
Bro, every app introduced this because of TikTok. Their app looks so clustered. It looks so out of place. Everything's just random, bro. It's stupid. Look, I've told you my piece about this multiple times.
Yep.
This might be not controversial, but as an American, and I don't really give a shit of politics like that or anything. I do listen and I do have my piece somewhere, right?
Yeah.
This is the dumbest shit they've ever done. This is literally, they're making this seem like if they don't get rid of it, we're going to war. This is the most this should be the least concerning thing about from the US right now. What are they doing, bro? Like, it's not that serious.
Well, you know why they're
But
like
because they don't have the databases of these people, because they don't have it, that's why they're trying to ban it. If they don't have something that they want, they do everything. Oh,
I think, like, as many of our viewers know, American-based companies like Google, Facebook with Instagram, Snapchat, and whatnot, they sell our information to the government and other parties that allow them to collect our data, and with some bills like the Patriot Act, determine if American citizens are a threat to the country, as you know. TikTok being a Chinese-owned app doesn't have to go through those processes. And America's like, hey, you're selling American data to the Chinese government instead of the US government. We don't like that because China is bad guy. So China's bad guy, TikTok is bad guy. And also, another reason that they want to get rid of TikTok is because, I'm going to say this briefly because it is very divisive, but the whole Israeli Palestine conflict that's happening, a lot of pro-Palestinian content has been on TikTok. And the US government's position is to be ambiguous but pro-Israeli. And since TikTok has led to a more pro-Palestinian side, the US government wants to censor that pro-Palestinian side and push it aside with all the protests that we've been seeing happening on school campuses the past month and be like, no, 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 you can't have this on here. And it's just the American government being petty. There's no good reason to ban this because, like I said, they already collect our info with their apps, and it doesn't change our lives at this point. Why does it matter if China has my info? They already have the info of 100 and something million Americans that have the app on their phone anyway, and nothing's happened. Has anything happened to you?
No,
No.
I'm still here.
Exactly.
We uploading this video is giving this information to the U.S. government. It technically is, bro. So what more information do they need? It's just like it's not like we're on TikTok protesting something else that we could get away with. No. It's just people creating content. And it's been helping so many people.
Yeah.
They've been I don't know,
Well,
man.
we've been seeing that Elon Musk in particular, because we have to bring him up every damn week, said that he's considering bringing back Vine.
Please bring it back.
No, but it's Elon's Vine. This won't be the same Vine that you knew.
Oh, fuck. I have to pay for it. Oh. Look, the developers who are making an app similar to this TikTok, please, for the love of God, listen to the people. Bro, TikTok has changed a lot of people's lives. It's helped grow my somewhat audience.
Mm-hmm.
Helped grow a lot of people's audience.
Mm-hmm.
The app is mainly about people just dancing on it, and yeah, my guy's from Singapore though. He's not from China.
I know, but they're like, "Do you work for the Chinese Communist Party, sir? I'm Singaporean."
So this should be the U.S. is the least concerned, but nothing we could do now. I won't say anything more about it, but I just think it's really dumb. No point. And I hear there was another thing that they said they would sell it, but they would not sell the algorithm.
Yeah.
Is that
And selling TikTok without the algorithm kind of dooms the app because the algorithm learns what you likes and tries to recommend the same thing over and over and over, which gets you, as the word says, doom scrolling. Keeps you on there for hours. And that's how they make money. So some apps are learning. Instagram has gotten somewhat good at the algorithm too, especially on their shorts. So it's not necessarily a doom if a company were to buy it, but it would be better just to have the whole package with them. But TikTok's like, no, you'll have to work for it. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting turn of events. There's also, of course, TikTok is going to be suing the government for this, and if the court case does go in favor of TikTok, which is not necessarily likely, but not impossible, we'll have to wait and see. But the countdown of 9 months started about a week ago, and towards the end of this, actually not end of this year, is it? No, towards early next year, we'll figure out definitively what will happen to TikTok. Because April, so literally January of next year. In the new year, we'll figure out what happens to TikTok. But yeah.
dude? I'm annoyed by it. Just
No, I can't
talking
blame
about
you.
it. It's just not. It's just so unnecessary, bro. Um, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty dumb, but I don't know. I got nothing more to. But
Okay.
we'll see. Like I said, we'll update y'all throughout the year if the podcast is still going. If we, no, I think we still will have it.
I think so.
Well, keep it updated. Obviously, TikTok is gonna sue the government, so
Mm-hmm.
if TikTok ends up winning, this will be the biggest loss of the U.S. history. But no,
Nah, it's not that. It's
uh,
bad, but not that bad.
I'm just joking. It was just a joke. Hopefully, no one gets. But yeah, if TikTok managed to pull this out, hey, nothing but respect to the guy from Singapore because he's
Yep.
not from China.
That is true. That is very much true.
It's so dumb. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard about. But yeah. But with that being said, and
Go ahead
that
and
wraps
close it
up
out.
episode 25 of the podcast. We will see you guys next week at wait, would it be next week? Yeah, we'll see you
Yeah,
next
I'll still be
week.
here.
for the usual. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe, comment down below what you liked, what you didn't like, what you hate about me. Do I look stupid with this hair? Or does Mokhtar need to put up more flags to
More.
this point?
No.
Also, turn on the notification bell so you know when we upload. Um, Go watch our other videos on the channel. We got Minecraft series. We got a bunch of Halo videos that are coming out soon. And,
Mm-hmm.
a lot actually. And
Oh, well, one last topic, real quick. Disney just released promotional image for Mufasa the Lion King movie, which the trailer is coming out tomorrow, April 29th. The image looks downright horrendous, by the way, but let me see if I can. Can you see this?
you.
That looks like I photoshopped a lion into a background.
Yeah, it does. It does. So, all right. Well, is there anything else you got?
That is it.
With that being said,
We'll see you guys next week.
see you guys next week. Follow our socials down below. See you guys in the next one. Peace.